Welcome to the first episode of our Horror in a Hurry. Short stories from listeners and past guests that are 20 minutes or less. In our first episode, we have Biker Mama, a past guest. She tells two stories of foreigners who experience the local spirits of the Philippines. There will be a few bleeps in the episode to protect the identities and locations mentioned. Enjoy. Her first story is of a foreign director who met some unusual spirits in Ilocos.
Is a film director. So I used to work with him a lot when on yung mga what were we doing? A lot of back in the 90s. And then
Original stormtrooper.
yes, he was one of the original stormtroopers.
1977.
Wow!
British Jew.
Okay.
Tapos ang tatay niya was a production designer for Pinewood Studios.
Okay, Kusan shoot.
And allegedly, dahil walang proof, sabi niya, yung outfit ng Kiss was designed by his dad. Anyway, so he moved to the Philippines to form yung Big Beautiful Country. Remember that? Channel 2. When the government took over Channel 2 and took it away from the Lopezes, they relaunched it as BBC, Big Beautiful Country. And they brought him in from England to do kasi ang kanyang MTV. So they're Jewish. Although he doesn't really practice the faith, but he was raised in the Jewish faith. And one of the things in his particular Jewish sect was they didn't believe in ghosts.
Yes.
So fast forward to when was this? Mga mid-90s siguro, mid-90s. They were doing location check in Ilocos. So they were out in the sun. They were going, taking shots of the dunes, kanyan. And noong time na yon, the only place where you could stay was. This was before they started entertaining, before the casino was open. So talagang walang tao.
Oh, yes.
Doon sila nagstay. Kasama nila yung isang production designer. Was also famous again for being psychic.
Okay.
Now when they checked in and they were going into the halls to go to their rooms, talagang they sensed na could see. So talagang that's like, uy,
Through the walls.
through the walls, through the doors, uy. Parang nakikita tayo niyan, ganyan. So, kasi dead ma lang. Anyway, but this story is about. So, they ate dinner, he went back to his room, he connected his ganyan, kalaki yung mga mga video player. Kinabit niya doon sa TV para panoorin niya yung mga rushes. Tapos, nakaupo siya sa floor. Tapos, biglang may lumapit sa kanya na sabi niya, fatigue jacket, maruming maong, nakasinelas. Tapos, kinakausap siya, Ilocano. So, sabi niya, teka, parang, of course, in English. Teka, nagkamali ka, hindi ito yung kwarto mo. Ganon. Pero kinakausap pa rin siya. Para tinatanong sa kanya.
Yes,
Tapos, sabi niya, hindi mo kwarto to. Tapos, sabi niya, teka, paano ka lang pasok dito? Tapos, kasi alam niya, nilock niya yung pintuan niya. So, sabi ko, nung tinanong ko, kasi I was asking him na this story. So, sabi ko, kailan mo na-realize na multo yung kausap mo? Sabi niya, nung dumating yung pangalawang multo. Tapos sabi ko, paano mo nalamang totoo yung pangalawa? Sabi niya, kasi yung unang kausap ko, solid. Ito,
transparent.
parang nagpo-float.
Nagpo-float.
Babae ito, much older time, nakasbarot saya. Pero Ilocano rin ang kanyang language. So parang, sabi niya, titingnan daw niya nangyayari between and the first ghost. Tapos sabi niya, teka, matulungan nga. Para bang ganito yung body language. Parang,
Nung first ghost.
Oo, para bang yung first ghost na iinis na.
Oo.
Dahil hindi niya makuha yung sagot na gusto niya. Kasi nakaganon lang sa kanilang dalawa. Tapos, nagmamagandang loob yung pangalawang multo. Tapos parang yung tono daw niya, parang, ako si ikaw, anong pangalan mo? Parang gano'n, anong pangalan mo? Tapos, sabi niya, shit, ano to? Tapos, after that daw, parang daw sa ghost talaga, yung biglang nagpasukan na silang lahat dyan. Tapos, parang pakiramdam niya, umiikot na yung mundo niya, talagang surrounded by spirits. Tapos, he doesn't know how he found the strength to stand up and run outside the halls, screaming all the way to the reception. Tapos yung mga sa reception, tinawagan yung mga assistant niya, yung boss mo nandito. Tapos, he refused to go back to his room until, ayun nga, they went there, okay na, clear na, pwede ka na masok. Tapos they checked out the next day. So he was so disturbed. Kasi sabi niya, I don't see ghosts. I don't know what happened. Suddenly, I saw so many ghosts. And what does this mean? Because I was raised to not believe in this. Even though he wasn't practicing at that time, pumunta siya doon sa synagogue. So naghumingi siya ng appointment with a rabbi. Kasi gusto niya sabi, what does this mean? Para bang everything I was raised to believe is wrong. What does this mean? So, hindi siya kilala ng rabbi, medyo suspicious sa kanya. Sige, pasok ka, kwento ka. Tapos, kwento niya lahat na nangyari. Tapos sabi niya, so anong gagawin ko ngayon? Anong sabihin ito? Anong gagawin ko ngayon? Tapos, isip yung rabbi. Sabi niya, ito gagawin mo. Huwag ka na kakain ng ng keso. So, yun yung dinahilan ng rabbi. Na ka lang, na impacho ka lang.
The next story is about an Australian woman who is introduced to our local elementals.
Isa sa mga favorite stories ko kasi pag banyaga, iba yung sensibilities. When we hear stories sa atin, we're local, so it's katutubo na sensitive ka lang. Parang it's all in the house, so to speak. Pero pag outsider, like isang friend namin sa yung nakwento ko, yung
the reason why we're here, two of us are here.
Okay, the reason why we're here.
She got fascinated by that story and started,
Started listening to you.
Before then, she was following for years yung mga ghost hunters and.
So this whole my involvement in paranormal podcast started 2
years ago.
2 years na ba?
Halloween.
It was Halloween. Birthday nung Pinoy namin na kaibigan who's married to an Australian. So she's been living here with her husband and they have a son who's I think mga 8 years old when we saw them. They've been living in for 13 years. So Halloween was we were with their friends and we were talking about whether the Filipino content creators still needed to break through into the global scene. Because some of us said, hindi mo na kailangan yan because you're trying to pander to their tastes. When you can be very Filipino like Gigil, like si Davao Conyo, si gano'n, no? Tapos sabi, hindi kasi tingnan mo tong 13. Tingnan mo tong 13. Ganyan. We were having this really big debate. And then out of the blue, the wife, blonde Australian lawyer, suddenly, out of the blue says, well, I just evicted a kapre from our house. And then kami ganun. Sige nga, repeat. I just evicted a kapre from my house. Okay, sige, tell us some more. So apparently, they've been living in which she says is like elemental central because creek and all those And there was a kapre that lives outside their window. And normally, the kapres daw just stay in their territory. But this one had the nasty habit of entering their bedroom or her banyo, specifically when she's changing clothes, taking a bath. So sabi niya, medyo peeping tom tong na to. So pinagkatsagaan niya.
Pervert.
Ganon. So until she found out through her neighbors na meron palang suki na exorcist ang so nakausap niya, sabi niya, tulungan mo naman ako, ito yung So nung after dumating daw yung very very nonchalant daw yung yung exorcist, ikot-ikot, ganyan. Tapos sabi niya, tapos kinausap daw niya yung kapre. Tapos yung kapre, umalis na. Sabi ko, paano niya napaalis? Sabi niya, kinonvince lang daw niya lumipat ng puno sa kapitbahay. So, sa kanila, sabi ko, so binigay may problema sa ibang tao. Pero after that daw, so apparently, yun nga, suki nga siya. Parang ang dami daw nagpapa-exercise. And then she started talking about her other experiences. Kasi ever since she was a child, in Australia, she could see spirits, pero never elementals, except for one creature that lived in a tree and it was green. But that was the only thing that she saw. Pero sa Pilipinas daw, ang dami daw. Partly because, ayun nga, maraming puno, maraming ganyan. Partly because we all believe in this.
Oo nga, I think
the belief is there. So it sustains their existence.
Tapos there was one time her other sister.
Yun. Oo.
Ayan.
So yung sister din niya, nakakakita din daw. So
Nandito rin,
nasa Australia, bumisita. Tapos, so they were washing dishes. And then, the sister goes, wag kang titingin wag kang titingin. In English, in Australian. Okay, wag kang titingin. Meron mga katabi. Tapos tumingin siyang ganun, may nakita siyang diwata. Tapos yung diwata, nakikita nila ako, poof, nawala na. Tapos, sabi ko, paano mo nalamang diwata? Tapos sabi niya, yung itsura, sabi ko, pakidescribe nga. Sabi niya, matangkad, mahabang buhok, tapos mahabang ang limbs, para bang nakastretch, sabi ko. Sabi ko, Kate Blanchett, medyo. So sabi niya.
Well, actually, malapit.
Di ba, yun yung explain, parang elves sa Lord of the Rings.
Malapit
Oo,
talaga.
yun nga.
Malapit talaga. Kaya kilala din siya, no? Siya yung perfect casting, no?
Ayun. Tapos sabi ko, so how can you tell pag white lady at saka diwata? Kasi sabi ko, why did you use the word diwata? Tapos sabi niya, they're different. Yung mga diwata, aside from the limbs, parang mala El Greco, mala Kate Blanchett, they glow. Yun ang kwento niya. Guys, manhid ako. Okay? So I'm just...
These are two Australian sisters.
Yeah, At saka yun nga daw, mahiyain. Pag nakita, alam nilang nakita mo sila, they will leave. Pag unlike mga spirits na nakikita mo ako, pwedeng favor naman, ganon. So, naging cognizant na siya of the elemental universe, the ecosystem of elementals in the Philippines. Sa kanya ko unang natutunan na meron palang mga lambana.
Yes, maliliit na sprites.
Sa Siquijor daw. So, when they went, they were walking and there were these huge mangroves. Most people just think they're fireflies, but she could see them as lambanas.
Wow.
And then, saw another elemental na malaking mama, tapos meron siyang antlers na ganyan.
Yes, may horns.
May horns na ganyan. Ayun. Tapos ngayon, dahil alam niya, parang marami na siyang tutunan sa mga Filipino elemental. Sabi niya, meron na daw siyang ang tawag niya. Meron akong duendeminium. Duendeminium sa labas ng bahay nila. Sabi ko, ba't may duendeminium?
So,
ini-explain niya yung purpose noon. Sabi niya, so I also explained to the other Australians at the dinner table na when you have house spirits, yun ang tawag sa mga duwende, house spirits, and you don't want them to be sharing the same room with you, you give them a duendeminium. So sa kanya ko lang ang unang narinig. I understood what she meant, but she was the first one to tell me that she called it a duendeminium.
It's a nice portmanteau.
Pero di ba? Sa 70s yung mga bahay sa Manila.
Kahit nga sa may teacher's village. Pag umuwi kami, naglalakad kami, meron siyang bahay ng duwende. Ginagano sa akin. Tingnan mo yan, meron siyang inaalagaan dyan.
Para hindi pumasok sa bahay.
So, what are the others? She also described something that sounded a lot like what Aling Jojo mentioned, yung Gollum.
Ay, Gollum. Pero alam mo, sinabi ko sa iyo, di ba? Yung Gollum na, yung bahay na pinuntahan nila. Nila? Oo, marami kasing puno doon. Kaya tatanong minsan napadaan ako doon, sabi ko, saan yung bahay?
Biker Mama, thank you for the stories. Meron pa actually stories si Biker Mama from our Horror in a Hurry series for October. So abangan nyo na lang. For context lang, this was recorded in Biker Mama's house. She invited some past guests. Kaya baka naririnig nyo ang mga boses nila sa background. Explain ko na lang sa next few shorts kung sino-sino yung mga boses na yon. If this is the first time for you to hear about the podcast, the Paranormal Podcast is a collection of stories from experiencers of the paranormal. It just so happens for this short, we have second-hand experiences from Biker Mama. We regularly have episodes every Thursday, 1:37 p.m. on YouTube, and 5 days later, Tuesday, 7 p.m. on Spotify. These shorts will only be for October, parts of November and December. So, para ma-share ko naman yung mga shorter stories from emails and past guests. If you enjoy these type of stories, you might want to subscribe to the podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Twitter X, Apple Podcast, and Tuka Toka. If you have short, scary stories you want to share, pwede yan. Just email me at paranormalsph@gmail.com. Before we end, remind ko kayo about our grand EB workshop on October 25 sa mga gustong pumunta. Para mag-register, punta lang kayo sa link. It is in the show notes or you can check our socials sa podcast. Venue is at Social Hall, 5th floor of Maven at Capital Commons sa May Pasig. We have 2 workshops. Morning workshop is with Aling Jojo on intuitive tarot and oracle card reading. And afternoon workshop is with Coach John on NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, and Vedic Astrology. So I hope to see all of you there. Kung may questions, paano mag-join, pwede nyo akong message sa paranormalsph@gmail.com. So, see you there. The Paranormal Podcast is engineered and produced by F90 Productions. Thank you everyone for listening. Please stay safe.